New reporting about President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump is generating widespread discussion across Washington and the national media landscape. The attention follows the release of details from an upcoming book written by veteran journalists Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan, which offers a behind-the-scenes look at life inside the White House and the personal dynamics surrounding the Trump administration. Among the most talked about revelations are reports describing separate living arrangements within the White House residence. According to the book, President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump use different bedrooms when staying at the White House. The authors report that Melania Trump occupies the traditional primary bedroom, while President Trump has reportedly transformed a nearby room into his own personal living space. The book also describes a series of disputes involving furniture, decorations, and design choices inside the executive residence. According to the authors, various decorative items were moved between rooms as renovations and redesign efforts continued. Some White House staff members reportedly found themselves navigating competing preferences regarding room layouts and furnishings. One example cited in the book involves a decorative mirror that was originally part of a redesign project but was later relocated to another area of the White House. The reported disagreements have fueled renewed public speculation about the nature of the relationship between the president and First Lady. Neither President Trump nor Melania Trump has publicly commented on the specific claims outlined in the book. Observers note that Melania Trump has often maintained a lower public profile than previous First Ladies, spending significant time outside Washington during both of Trump's terms in office. The book also contains claims involving billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk. According to the authors, Musk requested permission to stay overnight at the White House during part of his involvement with administration projects. The report states that Melania Trump opposed the arrangement, while President Trump initially approved it. The authors claim that Musk stayed at the White House for a limited period before eventually leaving. The details have generated considerable attention online, with commentators debating both the accuracy of the reporting and the broader implications for White House operations. Political analysts point out that personal relationships inside presidential administrations often become subjects of intense public interest, particularly when new books or insider accounts are released. Beyond the personal stories, the book reportedly includes additional details about internal discussions within the administration during major political and international events. Several of those accounts are expected to receive further attention as additional excerpts become public. Meanwhile, the discussion has expanded beyond the Trump family. Commentators have also revisited public appearances involving Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha Vance, with social media users analyzing body language and interactions during official events. Political communication experts caution that interpreting personal relationships based solely on public appearances can be misleading and often leads to conclusions that may not reflect reality. Nonetheless, public fascination with presidential families remains a long-standing feature of American politics. Historians note that personal lives, marriages, and family relationships of presidents have often attracted as much public attention as policy debates. From the Kennedy administration to the Reagans, the Clintons, the Obamas, and now the Trumps, first families frequently find themselves under intense public scrutiny. Supporters of the president have dismissed many of the recent reports as distractions from major policy issues. Critics, however, argue that the stories offer insight into the culture and internal dynamics of the White House. As with many political books based on anonymous sources and insider accounts, readers will ultimately have to evaluate the claims for themselves. The release of the book is expected to generate additional headlines in the coming weeks as more excerpts become available and media organizations examine its findings. For now, the reporting has added another chapter to the ongoing public fascination surrounding the Trump presidency and the people closest to it. Whether the revelations will have any lasting political impact remains to be seen, but they have already sparked a new round of discussion about life behind the doors of the White House. You're listening to our National Affairs Bulletin. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more national and international news throughout the day.